Hello, everyone. My name is Dio Morales, host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and I am live from the Seattle System Open. We got the final, and this is what I'd like to describe an X-Wing 1.5 final. We have no turrets. We have no regen. Everything's an arc ship. And some of the mechanics that you see on the table will exist in second edition, namely arcs. Now, of course, we have thread tracers and harpoon missiles, which we haven't seen make the transition to 2.0 yet, but still close enough. It's going to be a fun game for sure. We started with about 80 players. That's an estimate. I don't have an exact number. We started about 80 players. We've cut it down to these two gentlemen. I'm super excited. Both of them did play on stream before. We have another game with Robin and one with Blair. We're going to work on getting these markers out. Now we have two sets of generics here. We'll work on trying to see what we can do here. We have 7, 8, 9 ships, but only 8 markers. Time has started. I don't think we're going to need it, to be completely honest. So here's a couple of things I'm going to be looking at, in the opening engagements. Those heavy lasers on the rowboats can do some work on these Z95s. We saw Blair lose a Z95 a turn in his game, his top 8 game, but he was able to use superior positioning and blocking to press his advantage. So we'll see what he chooses to do here. Go ahead and start getting the markers in place. So again, anybody who's just joining us, the way Blair has his Z95 set up are his generic Z95, like the Rebel ones that you see in the front line. Those are his thread tracer Zs, the two with the alternative paint jobs, and the Black Sun Z95. Those are the harpoon ones. The slam action is a very strong mechanic here that we'll see how Robin uses that for getting out of arcs, purposefully bumping things to avoid taking shots. The gunboats are really good in this matchup, but they have to try to keep distance. That's the thing. They have that range 2 to 3. They want to shoot those heavy laser cannons. We'll have to see. All right, all of our markers are out for the Zs. See the way Robin has them set up right now. Let's see. What could we do for that? So looking at opening position here, Blair has quite a large lane there on that bottom left-hand corner between those two rocks in order to approach one of these gunboats. Robin has to be careful not to spread out his gunboats too much. One mistake you do see people make sometimes is you leave one gunboat off to dry when the other one's just out of range. Like, I know he wants to maintain range 2 to 3, but you got to be careful. All right, looks like dials are down. All right, Blair checking his dials. Now, just a reminder, finals are 120 minutes, but I honestly don't think we're going to use all those. I would say that we're probably going to end up with about a 50-minute game. It might go longer, depending on what the end board state is, but we'll see. So the position here that Blair is doing, he's turning up the board, and blue 2 and red 3 have an option to either continue straight or move into the gap on the left. Those gunboats with 2 agility can go down really quickly, especially if they're hit with a couple of harpoon missiles. So red 4 hanging back a little bit. Expect blue 3 to do the same. So Robin playing it slow. Trying to get a beat on Blair. I think that's the right thing to do. You want to make sure those gunboats converge at the same point. And target selection. All right, changing here, a little bit of long-range scanners. He has them spread out. He wants to make sure he can take out one of these Harpoon Zs. But honestly, the target lock doesn't super matter. On average dice with link batteries, you end up with 4 hits anyway. On 4 dice average, you get the 2 hits, a blank, and a focus. So ideally, you re-roll the blank, hopefully get a result, and then spend the focus. All right, and we're back to dials. Vader approaching here on the flank. And now I think what has to happen is Blair needs to make a decision where he wants to commit his resources. When those gunboats come in, they're going to hit hard. And you know that Robin wants to get all guns on target. somebody did raise a good point in the chat. Patrick, one of our moderators, he said Blair might play this. He could play this similar to the last match in the top 4 where he took out the support chips first and then went after the ace. This ace isn't as expensive as Poe. So we'll take a look to see what the choices are here with the heavy laser cannon boats. The thing is that these boats do a lot more damage, so than Lorik and Ezra. Looks like Blair's committed. All 7 dials are down. And here we go. Forward 2 doesn't show his hand too much yet. That one's going more towards a gunboat, obviously. Still has space to turn right onto Vader if need be in the next couple turns. All right, focus there. So it looks like we're committing to the gunboats. Three bank. There it is. Hoping to see a gunboat come in to the firing line here. Got the shooting gallery set up. Robin 1 forward. Might keep him just out of range here. It's close. Worst comes to worst, he's in just the front line. Maybe just even number 1. We'll see when they pull out that range ruler. Vader still being very cautious. Target lock, look on number 2. Focus for the second action. Vader has no threat, so offensive actions are the choice there. Here's Vader. Hit crit. Evaded. Now this is what I want to see, where this range ruler lands. So looks like we got 3 ships in range. Shared target is red 3 on both the gunboats, most likely. Heavy laser cannon. That looked to be on red 2. And that'll be 4 hits. Oh. Loses Z95 red 2 on the opening pass there. Obstructed shot here. Crack shot is still alive. So Blair really needs 2. That is another dead Z95. But crack shot is spent there. So he's going to take a shield. And losing 2 Z95s on the opening pass here is rough for Blair, but he was able to do it with the Kimogilas. This is a different style of list, though. All 3 Harpoon missiles are still live. So Blair still has 5 Z95s left up. Let me go ahead and take these guys off the overlay. And red 3. All right, Blair's looking to commit to a target here. He's got to take a ship off the board this turn. Really nice range control on Robin's part, able to make sure to have minimum shots on his gunboats. Now, I will say, I know that it looks like Blair's in dire straits pretty much in this opening, but I have seen players come back from worse. And there's plenty of time left on the clock. Wait till the last ship dies before making the choice on how this game's going to go. Vader does have a good opening to the flank here, but is also very much at risk for this swarm to turn in on it. The Vader doesn't really do as much damage. I mean, he has the the crits, but just straight damage doesn't do as much as those heavy laser boats. So I think it's kind of a rock and a hard place, especially cost-wise. Those boats are just barely cheaper than Vader. So blue 2 coming up fast. Focusing. So the aggressive push here is to try to limit the number of dice by getting into range 1, which reduces those gunboats to 3 dice at range 1. So there they are, all the gunboats trying to go for that gunboat on the left. There's the one forward. That gunboat is firmly in the shooting gallery. He does get a focus, but I wouldn't be surprised to see that gunboat go down. Vader, very safe one bank, allows him to make the decision of whether he wants to boost or not. So he's going to be coming in. And we've gotten combat. Blue 2 is going to be most likely the target for these attacks. They are measuring range to blue 2. Looks to be range 1. Should see 3 dice plus advanced targeting come out of Vader here. All right, we'll add the crit for 3 crits. They'll spend it. 2 shields and a crit going into blue 2. Sorry, just 2 shields, no crit. Next shot. That was just range 2 on that back there. Takes 2, but that's going to be enough to take it off the board. That takes a harpoon off. Using that heavy laser on blue 1. Has a target lock. The crit stays on the reroll. 2 hits and a crit. Gets an evade. 2 shields on blue 1. All right, it's Blair's turn to shoot. So we're starting with red 4, it looks like. This is the tracer, which is going to automatically hit from red 4. All right, here goes range 1 with the target lock. Has a focus. 3 hits. All shields down and a card on that gunboat. Might be able to take this one off the board. This is a harpoon. 3 hits and a crit. This might do it on the gunboat. That's going to be out. So the question here is, you know, we have four Z95s left. You know, points wise, 3 of them together, you know, equal essentially one of these the ships that are left. Most likely, all of these guys are going to K-turn and just try to hope. I wouldn't be surprised if Robin takes a disengage route here with the boat and try to come around the long way, and the slamming is really good. And Vader's been untouched, so Vader might just continue to pursue. Alrighty. Blue 1 did fire his harpoon missile, I believe. So we can go ahead and mark that one off. We have one harpoon left on the board, and that is on blue 3, I believe. Nice time to K-turn. Got to roll those dice at Vader. Two turn. Continue the threat. One thing that Blair is very good at, he's good at giving himself the best opportunity possible to win the game. Even though he's behind, he's going to keep pushing and see if he can get any advantage. Robin playing masterful this weekend. That Z95 does not want to stay. Gunboat moving forward, no shot. And we're getting a slam. Probably get another slam next turn out of Blair's gunboat. Sorry, Robin's gunboat. And where did Vader go? Vader one banking into this formation. He's most likely going to token up. Vader could die here if he doesn't try to arc dodge. All right, so that's the first arc dodged. Still inside of two of them. And just drops the focus. So blue 1 seems to be most likely the next target. No target lock out there right now. Just one crit, evaded. Now Blair will probably shoot with, there you go, with blue 1, as it only has a shot there, and can decide whether he wants to shoot blue 3 at the gunboat or Vader. One hit, safe. Blue 3 region, looks like it's just in range. Or range 2 at Vader. Safe. This is at Vader again. Actually takes a shield there on Darth Vader. And here's red 1. Spinning the focus for 2. Gets a shield. No regeneration this game, so everybody's going to be staying dead as they die. Much easier to keep track of, even with all the ships. So this rowboat will not get a shot for at least 2 turns. It's going to have to turn around. In order to turn around, it's going to have to slam or take 2 turns to get there. Vader's still in a good spot to pursue. And we still have a harpoon missile out there. So you notice Robin is using the second edition technique of flipping the shields down. Not a huge fan of doing it on the metal tokens, as they are kind of hard to read both sides. But that is how second edition works. But there's a different color on the side. So I would suggest, if you like using those metal tokens, painting the black side red or pink or just some other color, just to signify that shields are down. Or better yet, color the correct side, like blue or something like that, and then it could be off when the shields go down. So Robin pretty committed to his plan here. Blair has to make a decision. He knows that gunboat is not going to have a shot this turn, but if he turns his back to that gunboat, it will definitely turn around this turn, most likely seeing some type of hard turn maneuver. If he turns into Vader, the gunboat will slam and then be shooting HLCs at his back the following turn. We might see an escape vector here from Vader. He has the speed and the tools to do it. Yeah, Blair has a hard decision to make here. Rocking a hard place, honestly. We've had a wonderful weekend here in Seattle. Players have been very kind and accommodating. No issues with the stream, except at the very, very beginning, but we've got it solved right away. And of course, cannot say enough about Cascade Games. They've done a wonderful job supporting Gold Squadron podcast and asking what we need before streams and setting us up with the table and stuff like that. It's very nice of them, and I look forward to continuing our relationship with Cascade Games and bringing you guys all the U.S. system opens for X-Wing 2.0, which have been started to be scheduled. No dates are officially released yet, but looking forward to that for sure. So it looks like we're committing to the gunboat. It's going to hit that rock. No damage. Blue 1, zooming up. Looks like we're fully committing to this gunboat. Again, we talk about, just the base damage footprint for each of these ships. And the HLC gunboat is just more. You don't want that at your backside. Vader does have the crits and arc dodging capability, double actions. Like, that's all good and dandy. But in order for Blair to have a chance, he has to get rid of the gunboat. Looks like Robin calls it. The slam is an excellent defensive weapon. Getting out of town. And Robin's going to have some shot to the backside, assuming he turns in or banks in. No, keeps it safe, just in case Blair decided to go aggressive at Vader. And starting the boost to get back on an attack run. It looks like he's just in range there. 2 hits. 2 evades. Netties. That one is also in range. 2 hits. Takes 1. And we'll most likely see a hard turn out of that gunboat to get that HLC to bear next turn. I do want to take a moment to thank all of our competitors who played on stream this week. They've done an awesome job. Lots of great games. I look forward to posting those up on YouTube next week. Getting them all edited. They all should be up, I would say. I won't be home until Tuesday morning, so it's going to be a little bit of a delay posting them. And my home internet is not as fast as my office. I usually, during the school year, I upload from my office. It's way faster. Can upload like an hour and a half game in like 5 minutes. It's pretty ridiculous. Right, Blair's really only choice here is to turn to the right. I mean, he can choose to K-turn, I guess, if he really wants to. But I think if he does that, he's not going to have any shots and just be hitting the side of a head with the HLC. And Robin still has to respect the Z95. That's still 8 attack dice out there. And he has less than 8 health on both of those ships. Dice do crazy things sometimes. I also want to thank all of our moderators. You guys do an awesome job. Thank you so much for your work. Dutchco, Patrick, Pugs. You guys kick butt. Two shields. No, they're all at 2. Blair trying to make a decision here. He does have 2 of his ships stressed, which is definitely a predicament. Okay, 1 bank. We're probably going to see 2 banks from these stress guys then, to get rid of that stress. Blue 1 moving up. All right, we have 1 forward. That works too. And again, we still do have a harpoon live. I'm just not 100% sure which one is the one that has it. He's only shot off. He lost 1 before it shot and then shot 1 off. right, looks like a slower maneuver. Maybe just a 2-turn. All right, so that gunboat is in the sights of all 4 of those ships. They all seem to be in range. And Vader coming in for an attack run on the flank. Range 2 on blue 3. 1 hit, add the crit from ATC. He'll spend the focus to take no damage. Heavy laser cannon. 4 hits coming in. 1 evade. Should have 3 left on whichever target that is. I'm going to guess that was... It has to be 1 or 3. Has to be 1. Blue 1. Did you fire the tracer and it missed? Oh, that's a rough one. Or did it hit? See him messing with target locks. All right, the tracer hits. That was from red 1. Harpoon is live now. Here it comes. Guidance chips for 4. Takes 3 in the harpoon condition. Shield and 2 cards. Oh, he had rolled too many dice. All right. Same result. Focus crit. That's a dead gunboat. Harpoon goes off. Doesn't actually matter. And now we got Darth Vader versus 4 Z95s. All the harpoon missiles are gone. The guy with the harpoon has 1 hole left. This is still a game. This is what I'm telling you. From the beginning of the game, I said do not count anybody out. There's still a lot of ships on the board. I'm going to go walk over and I'm going to go confirm. Oh, he already has 2 of his dials down. I want to confirm the health on everything. Now, looks like Blair's set. All right, but I'm not going to leave the computer yet then. You can see a crowd starting to gather around that game. Now, Vader's going to have to play defensively and slowly start picking away at these Z95s. If he gets too aggressive, that's when the Zs can punish him. Vader doesn't want to take 3 dice to the face multiple times. So we got the 4K out of red 4. 2 hearts starting to create that kill box for Vader. Red 1 in position. Target lock from red 1. Looks like another 3K. from blue 3. Covering both sides of Vader's escape routes, left or right, if you want to get out. And the 2 bank bumps there. Doesn't quite get out and around. Vader going 2 forward, inside of 3 firing arcs. Focus evade. Range 2. Just a crit. Most likely, unless he chooses to spend it. He does have decisions to make. Oh, he's not doing it. Just a crit. That gets through. Looks to be a damaged cockpit. I'm not 100% sure. I'll wait for damage on Vader here. Hit crit coming in. Spends evade. Damaged cockpit. Thank you. Just 1. Safe. Last shot, just 1. All right, I'll be right back. All right. Getting that damage updated here. So damage cockpit is on red 4. He's sitting at 1 hull. I'm sorry. Dang it. Not on 4. On 42. 42 is full. What was that one? Blue 3. Okay. 1 forward from red 4. Who's also at 1 hull. There's a 5 straight from Vader. Does it get blocked? It does not. So has a couple incoming shots, but Robin has action, so. He's carrying all his target locks around. Blair trying to repair his Z95. Ah. Looks like something happened with the base model, and the bottom peg got twisted. So Robin choosing to boost and barrel roll. So he might take one range 3 shot. The major difference between this game and last game is Blair has a lot of time. You know, if this was a 75-minute match, Blair might actually be able to win this with these 4 Z95s. But the fact that this timer is 2 hours makes a big difference. So it looks like that attack would have been just out of range. So no dice there. Knowing Blair, he's going to try to get a block here. And that's what you need to do with Vader. If you can take away his actions, he becomes less scary. Much less scary. But Robin's going to be looking for maneuvers where Blair cannot get him. Just kind of looking at some of the possibilities here. I could see Blair doing something like... The 2 forward isn't bad. It blocks a couple of the banks and a 2 and 3 turn. Vader doesn't have 1 hearts. He has 1 banks. That Z would get punished on a 1 bank, though. That's tough to say. Robin going over his options. Both these players have been playing excellent X-Wing. This is their 10th game. This will be their 9th game. Sorry, the 10th game was played by a couple other players. If you're just joining us, this is the final of the Seattle System Open. Blair Bunke, 7Z Swarm, has lost 3 of its Z95s versus the Dark Lord of the Sith. Robin has made his decision. He sees how this can be a sticky one. If he chooses wrong, Vader can definitely get punished. Just waiting for them to lock it in. Don't forget to hit that Twitch Prime button every 30 days. Thank you, everybody who has taken the time to do it. You guys are awesome. And it's always interesting to see players try to read each other. Body language gives away a lot of information. So here's the 2-bank. That'll clear the stress. And that covers the 1-bank and the 2-turn. Maybe the 3-turn, but I think the 3-turn gets just past it. Also gives an offensive threat. If Vader just goes straight. That Z95 getting turned around here. We'll probably see this one move quickly, or maybe just the 2-bank to clear the stress. All right, 2 forward. Focus. Too hard, so we're on an escape vector. He'll definitely get away. Again, Robin has plenty of time. Use every minute of it. 63 minutes left. He has to make sure that he doesn't get desperate. That leads to mistakes. Everything will be out. There it is. Now, I will say that the Z95s have a nice path to reconverge here and make a, make some type of box formation, loose box. It won't be perfect, but so Robin, after choosing to turn down there, might choose to make an offensive pass here by turning to the right, but I think more likely to head towards the bottom of the board. The problem there is that you're giving Blair more time to set up kill boxes. Little surprised that Blair didn't set up a target lock that turn with blue 3. Waiting for blue 1. Blair probably wants to put some speed on that one, but he has a stress token. You can see it's underneath the blue 1 marker. 2-bank most likely clears that. Every one of these whole points matter, so can't really take that risk right now. 1 forward, probably too hard. 2-bank, okay. I think we're getting a little bit of a reconvergence. Nope, I got these numbers mixed up. This should be that way, I believe. Vader turning, probably getting the boost. Might already have a shot because of his angle. Choosing a boost forward, bide his time. Just avoid getting shot. Target lock. Vader has no mods here. Spends it. Might be able to get that last shield here. Got him. Shields down in a card. That is huge. Vader down to 2 hull. These Z95s might be able to pull this off. Still plenty of time left in this. See, now Robin has an issue. If he takes an aggressive move here, he risks getting shot by the other 3 Z95s coming at him. With only 2 hull left, that's extremely risky. Even though 2 of these guys are on 1 hull. He's got 3 target locks out there. Blue 3 and blue 1 just continuing to press together, making sure to have overlapping arcs. Little cone of death going on there. Little ace pilot Z95 got 2 hits on Darth Vader swooping in. Here's Vader 3 banking. He's going to be landing right in front of. There's a boost. We'll see number 3 and number 1 turn into the middle there. Maybe just go halfway. The hard turn or a bank? Probably the hard turn. No shots yet. Z95 number 2. It's that one. And it's 4. So red 1 is correct. Just trying to double check. 42. It's number 9 is Blair's ready to go. He's trying to make a decision here with number 1. Probably wants to K-turn. With that boost, Vader can always stay ahead of the game. Just like the 45 degrees ahead of that Z95. So it might be time to K-turn. All right, keeping that net wide at range 3. Here's the 3K we talked about with red 1. 3 hard. We got some nice overlapping arcs there. Looks like that might be a bump. All right, Vader turning in. He can barrel roll to get out of at least one of the arcs. He'll have to boost down to avoid 2. But then he's getting into another one, so it's risky business. Dropping the barrel roll to the right. Got out of 1 arc. Looks to just be an arc of blue 1, possibly. Drops the focus. 1 or 2 shots coming into Vader. Range 2 on blue 1. That's where Vader's target lock is. And that Z95's taken off the table. That just got flipped around. Spends it for 2. Takes 1 with 5 dice. Vader has 1 hole left, guys. Dark Lord of the Sith here. This is coming down to the wire, guys. This is the perfect type of game for a final. Either player is still in it. We have a high PS ace versus low pilot skill generics. Our last system open here of the season. Exciting conclusion coming here in the next, at most, 52 minutes. Darth Revan. That's funny. I will say both of these players are just, they're both playing out of their minds. They have played some fantastic games of X-Wing. We're down to the wire here. All right, dials are down for Blair. There seems to be a 3K there from blue 1. $3K. So anticipating Vader going fast here. We might just get a 1 forward here from this Z. Now 1 bank. We're expecting Vader to zoom. A slow move here from Robin would be clutch. Ooh, there it is. One bank to the right. He can roll and still get a shot, I think. This is huge for Robin. This is the turn he needs. He can probably pilot skill kill this one. Or at least get some damage into it. I will say some of the numbers got switched around. We'll find out which Z is which here in a moment. It could be 1 or 4. We're not entirely sure. Three hits. One evade. So if that's the one, oh, okay, that was definitely number 1 because he's left with 1 shield. Okay. All right, so we're waiting for this next set of dials. It's an interesting turn of events here, with Blair really committing to Vader doing something like a 5 forward, and Robin able to outguess his opponent, come a slow move at 1 bank towards the bottom of the board, avoiding all 3 arcs. That is huge. Not sure what the crit is. My runner has not come over here. 2 bank and focus. Now he can use that Z95 as bait. I think that's going to have to be the plan here for Blair. Saying, hey, you want to take out this Z, you're going to have to go through me. One forward. Yep, just getting in a punishing position for Vader. So, hey, you want this Z? We'll see, did Robin did get a little greedy. He went in there. He's in both arcs there. Rolling. Get some. Is he out of both there? That front corner might be caught. It's super close. Drops the focus. Range 2. 2 dice, no crit. Misses. Spends. Oh, just a crit. Evade. Does blue 1 clearly not have a shot? Seems like the player. There's a check. That's range 1. Having a judge check. I am standing up here. I can't sit down for this game. This is exciting. It might be an arc, but it might be range 2 in arc. So I would say by the angle that Brent's holding it at, it looks like we hit. I just don't know if it's range 1 or range 2 in the arc. We'll see how many dice we get here. Blair does have a focus and a target lock. He didn't spend it? Wait, what? I'm a little confused. Just didn't change the results in the box, probably. right, so we're moving on here. So it looked like Blair Bunke just didn't move the dice. So that was a good turn for Robin. He was able to successfully dodge that attack. And now just looking at, points of pursuit. If Robin stays on red 1, red 4 can't K-turn right now. He's still serving this guy up as bait. Still stressed. Still PS 0. Two turn here. Get that on the right chip. And, oops, shoot. One forward. That covers a lot of ground there. There is a small pocket that Vader could get into that middle and barrel roll to the left to avoid being shot. Gets a block. This, honestly, is really good for Robin. He doesn't mind not having actions. He essentially gets a free, uncontested shot at range 2. At red 1. Focus, add the crit. Natties, baby. Okay. Still a game, still a game. As things really flip once Blair loses a third Z95, Robin is continuing to press his advantage. He's doing a wonderful job not necessarily outthinking, but challenging Blair. All right, Robin's got that dial down. Problem with the K-turns on these Z95s, like that's your best move to kind of quote-unquote reposition because you don't have any barrel rolls or boosts. But you don't have any modifiers. Vader is target locked by at least 2 ships. The 1 bank still seems like a good move for Vader. To the right. You have 2 of Blair's ships who are stressed. It's red 1 and red 4. Neither can K-turn. Two bank, take a focus. Focus for defense. It's the best thing he can do right now. This Z95 has to try to get in the way. Okay, interesting. Maybe the thought here is, you give up that shot on Vader, and you might be able to get behind him next turn by going slow. We might get that one. If we get that 1 bank to the right, 2 forward, same result. No arc. Again, I know it's just a ship chassis, but the lack of repositioning on these Z's is what's really hurting Blair. But with only having to get one hole in, it could happen. Hit crit. That's going to be it for that Z95. Red 1's off the board. So we got 2 Z's. We got blue 1 and red 4 trying to bring it home from the rebellion. And Darth Vader, the Dark Lord of the Sith, trying to shut this rebellion down. These really are the best kind of games, the ones that come straight down to the wire. Thank you, everybody, for joining us this weekend. It's been a lot of fun. This whole System Open series. Lots of awesome games covered. Thank you to all our players. Thank you to Cascade Games, Curl Paw Creatives for sponsoring a bunch of these System Opens. Robin just trying to see what he can do. He has a rock in the way there. That would be... So turns to the left and banks. I mean, that's a 50-50 chance to die. I don't know if Robin wants to do that. Lose a System Open on a rock. But ideally, I think you try to get a purposeful bump on one of the Z95s without getting shot, though both of them are unstressed. So we might see double K turns here, which do cast a wide net. But that gives Vader plenty of room to escape to the left with like a forward 2 boost barrel roll. I don't like the idea of the K-turn, honestly, for these C95s. This right here is my favorite part of X-Wing. It's both players thinking, do I know what your intentions are here? Robin has done a wonderful job reading Blair. He's done a great job. What's the intent here? We got a 1 bank. It doesn't quite make it. To keep the Z95 back. I like that move. I like that a lot, actually. He has a target lock on there. And he's going for the left. One bank to the right. Vader sitting in blue 1's arc. He's got to think about his barrel roll boost combinations. I think he can make it with that barrel roll. Yep. He can grab a lock for next turn if he wants it. Pulling out the target locks. Putting a target lock on red 4. Here's the thing, though. You know, the last few turns, I feel like Robin's strategy has been to, you know, to not do the obvious, right? He hasn't been getting into these nets that Blair's making, where Vader would usually go. This very well could be a ploy. I know that seems really, really crazy, but maybe you target lock red 4, and you're actually, I mean, maybe Vader just flips a K-turn here and attacks blue 1, who does something like a 1 forward. There's the 1 forward. Because it's free damage if you get it. You're not going to get shot. No, it just turns away. I mean, Robin has the advantage here. We've got 35 minutes left in the round. So Blair with 2 Z95 just trying to track down Darth Vader. Robin has been doing some of the best Vader playing I've seen in a while, rivaling some of the other great Vader players I've seen play on our stream, making really good decisions and just doing a good job overall of reading Blair's intentions. One thing that might be confusing out there, I had somebody comment on it. I know that the numbers don't match the base color. Honestly, when I started numbering them, I didn't even notice the base color. So, yep. They're both a little bit dark on my screen, so. The red is with the blue number, and the blue base is with the red number. So Blair just trying to look at the board, see where he can catch Vader. With these rocks being as far spread as they are, it does give Vader a lot of room to boost and barrel wherever he has to go. Three bank boost from Vader. So Gold Squadron Podcast premiere event streaming, and next one will probably be, I think it's Gen Con. It's the next big one. I know we have a bunch in a row. But yeah, it's going to be Gen Con, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Followed closely by the Nova Open, where we are going to be covering. Then followed closely. There's a bunch in August and September. We have Nova. We have Gen Con. The Minot Open. We're going to be covering that one. And then also, we're putting on a charity event, Gold Squadron is, which will also be a premier level style event. Details coming soon. So that Z95 just trying to get a shot. He's got 3 total hole left on the board. Now playing the running game here for Robin could bite him if Blair manages to get a shot while Vader's back is turned. Now, of course, with all the boost barrel rolling that's going on, Robin could just be setting up for an attack run, of course. Now, that Z95 blue 1. There you go. He's not going to be able to catch up here. He might just clip red 4 here, Vader, if he turns in, which would be a very good move. There's a 3 turn from Vader. Should be able to clip red 4 here at range 3. Target lock is on. Full token stack. One hit, add the crit. He has a focus token. Has to spend it to live. Needs 2 natties and a blank out from Robin, which is unlikely to happen. Now both Z95s being alive, this might be Blair's chance to get a shot into Vader if Robin doesn't dink him, you know. With both of those Z95s stacked, he can try to present one and have the other one have a quality shot. He has a target lock on there with both. Blair's tried for a couple different types of blocks, and none of them have worked yet. Robin going through his decision tree. I want to double check the health, but they're moving so fast. We could just make a big difference. Give me a second. Two bank. From red 4. He's anticipating Vader running. Spreading that arc out. 3 bank away here. Barrel roll boost gets Vader out of arc. He's dropping a focus. I was pretty sure he could barrel roll to the right and boost away, just be out of arc. Switch to target lock. No evade token for Vader here. Trying to pop this Z95 at range 1. Looks like they're getting a double check here on the range. Range 1. Three hits, add the crit. That's going to 2 evades, but it takes it off the board. 1 lonely Z95 left with what I believe to be 1 hole left. Dials are down. This is it. This has been a close game. Z95. K turning. Vader. Just, you know, these arc dodgers with a single ship, especially the small base, you know, they like to be outside of range, jump into range 1, and that's significantly easier for them to arc dodge there. Blair keeping his poise, his patience. There's a lot of players I know would have scooped by now. Blair's giving himself a chance, though. We're going to go ahead and remove the field marker on the Z. Five forward. Robin knows with only one hull, he does not want to engage if he doesn't have to. He'll engage on his terms, trying to squeak that target lock just out of range. As long as Robin keeps this patience up, which he has done a wonderful job doing, this game is his to lose or his to win. He's in the driver's seat right now. Vader getting ready for an attack run. Here's the thing. I'm not 100% sure on this Z95's health because Blair has multiple ships out there with shields. I'm not sure what is what. Too hard. He's casting a wide net here. Out of range.
Can you take a look and see how much health that Z95 has? Can you see how much health the Z95 has? How much health? The Z has. Yeah.
Our judge Brent Wong is going to go double check. He saw me trying to wave somebody down. Volunteered himself. One bank. So Vader just staying in the corner there. Still just out of... Oh, is he going to get it now? It does have 4. That actually changes the game right there. This Z95 has 4 hull left. 2 shields and 2 hull. That makes a difference. If we can get a face-off with the Z95 Invader, that changes the game. That changes the game big time. Wow, that's a big difference. Okay. with that, Robin probably just should stay on an escape vector. Able to get that target lock. Looks like he has a template out there, probably a booster barrel roll. Just thinking about probably just evading. Looks like a focus. Target lock focus shot here from Blair. He's going to spend the lock. Hit crit. Safe. Green dice can fail at any time. It's risky business. $18.43 left in the round. Looks like Blair was able to re-engage that target lock. That rock's going to cut off Blair's approach here. Ideally, Blair would like to stay on the inside of the track. But in order to threaten Vader, he's going to have to do... he's going to want a too hard, but I'm not sure if Robin just turns in, he's going to have the side of that Z95. So Vader staying to the outside. With this positioning here, Blair should be able to get a shot next turn. Vader choosing to boost forward. Telegraphing that 5 forward, it would seem. Just out of range. Probably get the 3 bank out of Blair here. Huh. He's possibly anticipating the turn in here from Vader. It could really happen on any moment. Oh, there's the 5 forward. Blair has to choose his spot. I mean, Robin has shown that he wants us to stay at the outside of the board, so Blair's gonna have to. I mean, 15 minutes left in the clock. He has the advantage right now to be able to choose a path because he does have the inside route. When he makes a move, he will lose that and have to reset it. But the question is, will he have enough time? That seems to be range 3 right now from Vader. And that should just be out. Drops the focus. We'll check range there. Out. So Blair already has that dialed down. He knows that time is against him. Robin also playing at a good pace. Kind of an in-between maneuver here for Blair. 3 forward. Tries not to go in too hard. Try to keep that arc wide. And there's Vader, 3 hard. We're going to get some shots here unless Vader chooses to barrel roll and boost away. Does no shot there. Dials down already. Robin's giving him a chance. It's very commendable. I know there's a lot of time left, but he's guy's playing. So we got a 2 forward there from Darth Vader. Vader's starting to go to the top left hand of the board. And Blair has to set up that attack run again. That 2 forward would have given him enough space to get a shot on Vader. But again, it's a guessing game. It's a 50-50 shot. This is a hell of a game, guys. A real special one to end the System Open Series with. So Blair, 2 forward. All right, we're essentially you get the same thing here. Barrel roll boost. Doesn't fit on that side. He might be clipping that back edge. Nope. No shot. K-turn. Vader will barrel roll and boost out of range here. Most likely. That just takes a token stack. He's going to roll it. Just 1. Won't do it with the evade token. With Blair having the initiative and having to move first, Vader can just make sure to not stay in that range 1 bubble. And Blair would love an opportunity to get a range 1 shot. But with only having 1 ship, he can't set up blocks. And that's what's really hurting Blair right now. Vader with 3 bank boost around. K-turn here. allows him to flip the board and try to make another attack run. And Robin has done a good job of changing kind of how he approaches. He started with the NASCAR approach. You would have probably expected him, if you were just looking at his past behavior, to just kind of continue straight and then start rounding the board. Hard two. Stay stressed. Going to have to forward one here. That is going to be range 3. Adds a crit. Gets a shield there on that Z95. No dice there. I do want to remind everybody that we will be streaming live from Gen Con. That's in late August. We'll be streaming not only the North American Championships, but we're also going to try to get our stream set up for the Thursday 2.0 event, the threat card event. So that should be really fun and informative to stream. K-turn from the Z95. And Robin just staying consistent, not taking any risks. I will say one of the hardest things when you're in this type of end game is staying patient. A lot of people like to be aggressive, and Robin is doing a wonderful job of just being willing to disengage, being willing to take the long way around, and essentially go to time if it's not safe, especially with Darth Vader being at one hull. You know, like we talk about green dice can go out. They are not good. You know, if he were to, you know, spend a target lock and a focus and just be tokenless in, you know, range 1 or 2 of the Z95, that could be game there. And I've seen players do that just for the sake of trying to be aggressive. But we're at a premier event. This is top of the line, and Robin is doing what he has to do in order to get the crown here. So Blair just keeping the arc wide. He's noticed that Robin's been using a lot of turns lately. And there's a 2-turn. Might have a range 3 shot here. There's a token stack. Range 3. Ooh, takes one. Has to be all blanks. Nope. Well, had to be 3 blanks and a yeah, had to be all blanks in order to get through. Because of the evade token. So Z95 lost another shield. It's getting lost in this sea of Z's. Go ahead and change the color here. So Robin's been doing a lot of 3 banks lately. Can't really pull that one off to the left. He'd have to go to the right. Again, can't take any risks with that rock. 50-50 chance to lose an open. Don't want to do that. Blair covering that side. Best move is a, all right, there's the one bank. So we're going to have a face-off here. Boost right barrel, just a token stack. He's giving Blair range 1 shot. Still has 2 hole. 1 hit, 1 eyeball. He's spending it, adding the crit. Aggressive move. And that's the game. Well played by both competitors. An awesome game. Congratulations to Rob and Sather for winning the Seattle System Open. Just amazing job. Blair Bunke getting all the way to the final with 7 Z95s. That was a hell of a final. Wow. Absolutely wow. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Don't forget to click that Twitch Prime button every 30 days. It's literally free money, and it helps us go a long way. We're planning lots of trips all over the United States to bring you guys live X-Wing coverage, so appreciate the help. Thank you to Cascade Games for helping us out. Thank you, Curl Paw Creatives. Here's their new 2nd edition 2.0 designs. Not the colors that you guys are going to be getting. This is just a test run set. But you can see the awesome designs that Andrew has taken the time to make. They look amazing. Patrons, you guys are the ones that make this happen. Thank you to everybody who's done taking the time to become a patron. Really means a lot. We got a bunch of 2.0 cards, and here's Howl Runner. Here's the latest reveal. Super awesome card. They just got back from a mission, killing a bunch of rebels, and they're just walking in. They're like, yeah, we did it. And there's going to be one card that I'm not going to talk about, except I'm going to say that it's going to be in the pack with your swag, and you guys are just going to get it. And I'll tell you, I saw the preview for the art. It's going to be super awesome. So you can go to patreon.com/Gold Squadron for that. And just thank you to Cascade Games for allowing us to be here. And thank you to all of you for taking the time and watching. It means a lot. And if nobody was watching, I wouldn't have done this. So thank you so much, everybody. My name is Dio Morales. Gold Squadron, out.